Welcome to the morning market briefing. Calls today through Thursday, and then we are off for the rest of the year. So I will definitely get the email alerts when you guys join the call next week, but we will not be on it. So call today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then we're going to take Friday and next week off. So appreciate your flexibility with that schedule. A relatively eventful week, I feel like, for the week of Christmas. Things rolling through, some interesting data coming out throughout the week. What are you guys keeping an eye on to tee it up?
I'm looking at some of these earnings reports that are coming out tomorrow evening. FedEx and Nike both report earnings. This is because their quarters finish at the end of November. So then there's nothing new from that. What's going to be interesting here for especially Nike, how have sales transpired in China now that they're reopening? And similarly for FedEx, what is the supply chain looking like this time, this year around? So I think those are going to be a couple of consequential earnings reports as we look into Tuesday. And then over the balance of the week, you have some news coming out of Japan with its central bank meeting on Tuesday evening, and then its CPI report on Thursday. Again, we talked about that last week, how the current central bank leader, Kuroda, will be done in March will be his last meeting, and he'll be out in April. So I wouldn't anticipate any change of policy right now, but any allusion to changes in policy going forward would be something to watch.
CarMax earnings, man. I feel like those are going to be real fun to put next to Carvana's.
Well,
Yeah,
they've been like night and day all year, right?
Yeah.
CarMax has been crushing it. Carvana is circling the drain.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see where used car prices are. We know they have been coming down, but there is signs of stabilization lately. People have been pushing out the term length of some of these auto loans, so that's allowing people to buy some vehicles. And I'm very curious to see if they see customers mixing down to cheaper vehicles versus buying the $25,000 vehicles, maybe buying 15-year-old cars instead.
I mean, can you buy a new car that's under $25,000? I feel like they're so expensive.
I know. I'm saying used cars are
used cars.
$25,000.
Yeah, you definitely can't buy a new one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy just how we've reset car pricing. I mean, it used to be like, you can go get a car for 15, 20 grand. It's not gonna be super fancy, but it could be new. It could be off the lot. It could have warranty, all that stuff. And now it's like, good luck under 30.
I mean, I bought multiple vehicles. Every car that I've ever had before the one I have now, I bought for less than $5,000. And the four before that one, I bought for less than $1,000. So I think those days are over. But I mean, my car is the most expensive car and the nicest car I've ever had right now.
Nobody tell Tom, but people actually sold him bicycles and told him it was a car.
I mean, I bought a truck.
There's a reason he's owned 9 vehicles.
Yeah. Hey, man. Times are tough.
Now, it would be very interesting. Maybe we could get an intern on this today to go out into the marketplace and see what we could buy for $1,000.
I mean, I bought my 1991 Dodge Caravan in 2010 for $600, and I sold it 2 years later for $600.
So I'd say
good investment.
Good luck getting a bicycle under $1,000. Have you seen the prices on bicycles these days?
No, don't banjo.
I mean, you can spend $3 to $5 grand on a bicycle.
I hope Martin's not watching, but put a bike together last night. No big deal.
Did it have all the pedals?
Nobody talked to anybody about it. So that's a spoiler for Christmas morning. But yeah, got all the pedals. That was the issue last time.
Yeah. Was that 2 years ago?
That was 2 or 3 years. I think it was maybe, I can't remember if it was Hayden's birthday or Christmas, but got a bike. It was definitely Christmas because I waited the last minute. And it was like 2 days before Christmas putting that bad boy together. Guess what? Missing a pedal. Nothing. I think we got it from Walmart. Nothing they could do about it. Well, we can't get you another pedal. So I put it back in the box, returned it. I asked if anything was wrong with it, and I said it was the wrong color. And then I went and got another one, 2 pedals, checked it in the parking lot. So I don't know. She's not great at the bike thing. Might be better with 1 pedal. I don't know. Definitely has a dominant leg.
True.
So
big circular.
Yeah. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve. We've got some news there looking to buy 3 million barrels from a U.S. supplier starting in February. Ben, how's this kind of impact supply and demand dynamics?
Yeah, it'll probably increase demand a little bit at the margin now. We knew the supply was coming off from the SPR, but as crazy as it sounds, I mean, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve release is right now looking very, very astute, resulting in a $4 billion paper profit right now because you're basically shorted oil at $96.25 a barrel. Currently, the market price is $74. So you do the math on that, and the government's made about $4 billion. Again, it's a paper profit. They still have to now buy back all this oil. But right now, government looks like it's having the last laugh on this news.
And I was definitely wrong about that. I feel less bad about us selling all those strategic reserves to China now, though, because we thought we were just getting the short end there, selling it to them at a top dollar while they were buying from Russia. But
we've got a long way to go. I mean,
it's not February yet.
Yeah, it's not February, and we have to buy 180 million barrels to get back to where we were. But already they're saying that we're not going to need to bolster the SPR back to where it was. So, they're kind of having it both ways right now.
Yeah, I think there's a high likelihood that the first 20 to 30% of this look very like a good trade-off, and then
they'll
kind of break even. And then what do you know? We lost money doing this.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened with the Federal Reserve.
That is true.
We bought a ton of debt, interest rates down. Federal Reserve was making the Treasury $100 billion a month, and that's not happening right now.
No. L3 Harris, primarily in the defense contracting space, down about 1% right now. Futures are up just a tick, but we've got a pretty decent size little acquisition here, buying Aeroject Rocketdyne. Not a restaurant. Dyne is DYNE. So it's not how you eat on rockets. Ben, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't like the deal. Aeroject Rocketdyne was supposed to be bought by Lockheed. That deal fell through in January because of antitrust concerns, basically squashing that deal. Aeroject Rocketdyne primarily supplies only to Lockheed, so you have no power over your buyers. Lockheed has a ton of negotiating power in that relationship. It didn't make sense for Lockheed. I don't think it makes sense for L3. L3 is making a $58 per share cash bid. It's beating out other offers from General Electric and Textron. Textron is the maker of Cessna aircraft. It's valuing the company at 40 times earnings. L3 is justifying it because they say it's 12 times 2024 adjusted EBITDA, including synergies. About every word in that valuation is something that I take issue with. 12 times is not cheap. 2024 is not 2022. You're asking me to wait 2 years. Adjusted EBITDA, we don't like adjustments. EBITDA takes out interest, taxes, and the all-important depreciation and amortization for a capital-intensive business is a significant cost. And then you include prospective synergies too. So, and even then it's not cheap. So I just don't really like the deal. It's also going to face some scrutiny from antitrust. I mean, if Lockheed had it, L3 is going to have it too. L3 has a better chance of getting the deal through. L3 is only down 1% right now, in my opinion, because people kind of knew this news was coming, but it's not a good deal in my opinion.
Also, but high on the list of companies, it sounds like the bad guys in an action movie.
Definitely.
Like, no,
we've got to stop Rocketdyne.
The evil corporation Aeroject Rocketdyne definitely sounds real.
Definitely made up. Disney, Avatar, Way of the Water. It's out. I know one person that has seen it. He's behind the camera right now. He said major takeaways, definitely water themed.
Good to know.
Yeah. Woo! We're back. Didn't even need coffee after that. Not a great showing necessarily on the relative to expectations. Still the second highest global opening of the year. But Ben, how do you kind of characterize the performance financially?
I thought it was a little bit soft. They did $134 million in domestic sales. If you adjust it compared to the last Avatar, that last Avatar would have done $108 million in sales. That's again inflation adjusted. So it did better than the last one, but you have a wider release this time. The estimate was for $150 to $175 million domestically. Globally, it was a little bit softer again than expected. In fact, it was the second highest global opening weekend gross of 2022, but it was behind Disney's other movie this year, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which I hadn't even heard of.
I mean, talk about things that sound made up. Like if you were like, which of these is not a real movie? I mean, you could put almost any title there, but Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness would be the one I'd mark as now that's made up.
So I'm hoping this is kind of the finishing touch on an ignominious reign by Bob Chapek. Bob Chapek, again, is no longer there. He's been replaced by the former CEO, Bob Iger. What's interesting is the Wall Street Journal did a big expose on how this all unfolded over the weekend, and the CFO, Christine McCarthy, actually had called the board. She called Bob Iger and basically orchestrated this whole ouster of Bob Chapek in a Disney mutiny. So the biggest mutiny at Disney since Jack Sparrow was kicked off the Black Pearl.
Ooh, wow, that's big. Yeah, the Bob for Bob swap, not quite as friendly as maybe some people thought it was. It didn't seem friendly. Kind of seemed like it came out of nowhere. Yeah, interesting. I mean, Disney definitely in the news for these things. I didn't see the first Avatar. Probably not going to see this one. That kind of stuff just doesn't appeal to me. It's just weird.
I'm excited for Iron Man 4 though. Iron Man and the War of Aeroject Rocketdyne.
Elon Musk put up a poll asking whether he should stay on as the CEO of Twitter. Said that he would abide by the results. I don't know, man. This guy's just seems like he really just wants attention to me.
I think he's gonna leave as top guy at Twitter, and I think that's gonna be good for Tesla. But I think a lot of damage has been done for Tesla, and you're
the polls swung. Did you see the polls? I'm looking at 57.5%.
What had happened in Arizona?
Because for a while, what was interesting about it was for a while it was like, oh, Musk has got this because all the people that are fanboys voted early, and then he ends up losing. Says he'll step down. I still don't think he's gonna do it though.
I mean, he still owns the company, so how much of a step down can it really be? Also, historically speaking, the CEOs of Twitter that are also the CEO of another company,
Not great.
Though not a CEO anymore. Jack Dorsey changed his name to Blockhead of what is now Block, formerly Square, which I think is dumb.
Tesla up 2% though. People like that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think if I was a Tesla investor, I would like this, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell how much like Musk is actually distracted by the whole Twitter thing.
I think it's more done damage for the brand. Already there, Tesla was fighting from behind in certain demographics, and I think that's only continued as a result of his ownership of Twitter. And interestingly, he's actually trying to sell Twitter again at the same price he bought it. So he's doing well now. I mean, I guess his wealth is down about $100 billion this year, but he's still got a lot.
Easy come, easy go.
He did offer a few post-poll tweets. As the saying goes, be careful what you wish for, as you might get it. And also, those who want power are the ones who least deserve it, which is also something I would say if like I was voted out of a position of control by a bunch of morons on Twitter. He's a weird guy, man. He's every once in a while he does something that's almost endearing in how trolly it is, but he's hard to root for, in my opinion. I don't know.
I think he's neat.
He's neat. All right, we'll wrap it up there.
He looks just like Matt Stafford. Go.
He what?
He looks just like Matt Stafford. Look it up. See, type in Elon Musk, Matt Stafford comparison. There are hundreds of pictures.
It's Stafford with a little plastic surgery.
Yeah, he looks exactly like him. It's very weird.
With a little facelift.
Yeah.
Man, that I actually never noticed that, and I'm just looking at Musk, and that's pretty good.
There you go. Enjoy your Monday.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. For context, futures up just a little bit. Dow futures up 4 basis points, S&P up 10, NASDAQ up 18, oil up about 1%. We will be back tomorrow morning at 8:30. Again, calls this week through Thursday, and then off until the new year. Talk to you guys soon.